XFM News. On point.
The news on XFM. I'm Chris or Tim. Parliament last evening passed the Local Government Amendment Bill 2020 and removed the age limit on the positions of chairperson for divisions, town councils, sub-county and municipal mayors. It should be noted that Parliament in 2017 removed age limits on the position of the President and the LC5 chairpersons. The Minister for Local Government, Raphael Majezi, yesterday tabled the Local Government Amendment Bill for the first reading, in which he informed Parliament that the amendments will enable the removal of age requirements for a person to qualify for election as a chairperson of a town council division, sub-county or municipal mayor. Majezi also moved a motion in which he asked Parliament to suspend all the rules usually followed by Parliament when passing bills, which was approved and overwhelmingly supported by MPs, and the bill was passed.
Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable Members, I beg to move that the bill entitled the Local Government Amendments Bill 2020 be read for the third time and do pass. I beg to move.
Honourable Members, the question is that the Local Government Amendment Bill be read for the third time and do pass. Those in favour say aye, the contrary no. Ayes have it.
A bill for an act entitled the Local Government Amendment Bill 2020.
Title settled and bill passes.
Majezi also assured Parliament that he will ensure the President is notified on the urgency of the bill, and also the Electoral Commission is going to be notified so that they can provide the adequate time.
With also alerting the Electoral Commission on the necessity to provide adequate time for nominations of the members. I'd like to thank you, and this is a key decision that we are moving this country a step forward. Not just affirmative action for the women, but we are now talking about gender equality.
Parliament last evening mourned the fallen former Kampala Mayor Nasantege Sebagala, describing him as an enthusiastic and enterprising person. Nasantege Sebagala passed away on Saturday at IHK Hospital in Namwongo, where he had been receiving treatment for the past 2 weeks. The Speaker of the Ugandan Parliament, Rebecca Kadaga, noted that Sebagala rose to fame after contesting twice for mayorship of Kampala and being an aspirant for the presidential hot seat. Kadaga says that Sebagala is someone who wished everyone success in their livelihood, and this was also noticed when he consistently appealed to government to ensure equity in the national cake.
At the time of his demise, he had expressed interest to run for office of the mayor of Kampala City Council, Kampala Capital City, under the National Unity Platform ticket. Honourable members, for me at a personal level, when I was the first woman to open chambers in Uganda, but he is the man who had confidence to bring me the first business when I was a very young person. So I remember him for that. So honourable members, I invite you to stand and observe a moment of silence in his honour.
May his soul rest in eternal peace.
Meanwhile, a Bujiri Municipality Member of Parliament, Asuman Basalirwa, has mourned the late former Kampala Mayor, Alhaji Nasantege Sebagala, who passed on last weekend, describing him as a loving and persistent man. Basalirwa did say that he had a personal relationship politically with the late since 2000 when Sebagala supported his candidature for the Makerere University Guild presidency. He explains that Sebagala was a loving person who did not discriminate against anyone on grounds of tribe, religion or political ideology, and he believed in himself.
At a personal level, I knew the late Sebagala in 2000 when I was contesting to become guild president at Makerere University. Is among the people who supported me in that campaign. As we mourn the late Alhaji Nasantege Sebagala, we will remember him. He is the definition of a self-made person. He was able to rise from a very humble background to create impact.
The government is planning to export 5.8 million coffee bags of 60 kilograms in the current financial year of 2020-2021. In the last financial year, a total of 5.1 million bags were exported, especially to Italy, and $4.5 million was generated from the coffee exports. The executive director of the Uganda Coffee Development Authority, Emmanuel Liamulemye, says their target is to export 20 million bags of 60 kilograms of coffee by 2025 and 2030.
we are looking at a positive direction. Uganda, looking at the numbers of the exports, we are really in the reach of the 20 million bags, and we are projecting that by this year, whereas the last financial year our exports were 5.1 million bags in a year, we are thinking of moving to 5.6 to 5.8 million bags of exports, and therefore we are still in the reach of the 20 million bags by 2025-2030.
Now in world news, President Donald Trump and his challenger Joe Biden have fiercely clashed in one of the most chaotic and rancorous White House debates in years. In a duel disrupted by angry shouting, the rivals fought over the coronavirus pandemic, violence at the protests, the economy, and even their families. The 90-minute forum in Cleveland, Ohio was the first of three between the two. Opinion polls indicate Mr. Biden has a steady single-digit lead over Mr. Trump with 35 days until Election Day. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, Tuesday night's debate in Case Western Reserve University had a limited and socially distanced in-person audience, and the traditional opening handshake this time was skipped. Now in sports news, Mason Mount missed the crucial spot kick as Tottenham Hotspur edged past Chelsea on penalties, 5-4, after a 1-1 draw to reach the Carabao Cup quarter-finals. A total of 9 penalties had been converted before Mount stepped up to take the 10th, but the England midfielder's effort clipped the post and went wide. Chelsea had dominated the first half, and new signing Timo Werner netted the first goal for the club with a clinical finish into the bottom corner. Spurs responded well after the break, and debutant Sergio Reguilon's side-footed effort from inside the area as pushed over the crossbar by Chelsea goalkeeper Edward Mendy, who was also making his first appearance for his new club. That's the latest XFM News.
XFM News on point.